And what is up, guys? Carl here, and we're back with more Diablo 3. Not with my Necromancer this time. I've actually chosen to show you my monk character here, Kavan, named after one of my monks from my D&D games. As you can see, he's actually kitted out in some really nice gear here, and it's actually using a Uliana's Exploding Palm build. I'll probably do a video at some point explaining the build in detail, but I'll just give you a quick rundown of the gear I have at the moment, seeing as it isn't the actual gear you want to complete this particular set, but I shall show you it regardless. The bulk of the set is complete. As you can see, I have the 6 pieces of Uliana's stratagem, which gives me the abilities to apply Exploding Palm with every 3rd hit of my spirit generators, the 777% damage boost to 7-sided strike, and the 2100% damage to Exploding Palm, and also the detonation effect on the 7-sided strike. So that actually builds that part up. We also have the Gundo gear here to actually cause Exploding Palm to be applied whenever Exploding Palm detonates, which actually allows it to spread across the whole group and cause a chain reaction, hopefully, which is the main point of the build. Because this is a speed build and we want to be moving fast, we have the Traveler's Pledge and the Compass Rose. Here you can see we have Bane of the Stricken and also the Gorgorka Swiftness here to increase our attack speed and dodge chance, as well as our cooldown reduction, and also our damage against Rift Guardians and bosses and enemies in general. The other ring we have is the Convention of Elements, which actually gives us the damage boost to certain types of damage, which will come in handy when I show you the skills. Also have Bane of the Trapped in there to help with the effects that cause sort of control impairing effects that actually allow us to do more damage to people caught under them. Weapon wise, we have the Fist of Aztarask that actually causes a 439% increase in our on-death explosion damage from Exploding Palm. That actually comes in really handy because like the more damage we have behind that explosion, the more chance we have to kill like the really tough enemies. We then have Binding of the Lost, which actually gives us our damage reduction for 7-sided strike with every hit that we do. 7 seconds. Actually comes in handy. As you can see, the stats that I've got for it aren't the greatest, but it's the only belt I have of that at the time, so it'll be reforged at some point. This would normally be the Lion's Claw, however we don't actually have one of those at the moment. That would actually increase our 7-sided strike to a 14-sided strike, which would be what we need to actually maximize the potential of this build. But until I get that, I've just gone with the most damaging fist weapon I could find, in this case, was this ancient Shenlong's Relentless Assault, which comes in handy. And as you can see with the gems, we also have emeralds for our dex and also resistance gems from our diamonds. So, now that we've gone through the actual items, let's go to the Canai's Cube and show what we've got from there.
I've got some brand new goods.
So as you can see, we have the Flow of Eternity, which is essential to the build, because it actually increases the damage of the 7-sided strike and reduces our cooldowns by 60%, which means we can do it more, but with more damage.
How did you let John...
We then also have the Spirit Guards, which actually reduce our damage taken by 60% whenever we use a Spirit Generator attacks. Basically keeps us alive when we're in the middle of a pack of monsters, which is what we need. And normally we would have Unity here, but I haven't actually had one drop in this character. We've gone with the S of Your Hand, basically allow us to help bring the enemies closer together, so we can actually get them packed in, so we can apply the Exploding Palm and detonate it to maximum effectiveness. I also have one on my Enchantress, so that actually helps. She can actually help group things together for me to go in and just smack when I need to. So that's the gear. Let's go on to the skills. And we have Way of the 100 Fists with Blazing Fists to increase our attack and movement speed with every crit that we deal. We also have Impending Doom and Exploding Palm, which actually gives us a massive cold damage spike, which actually helps with the Convention of Elements, because then we can actually time it so when the cold spike hits, we can slam that Exploding Palm in and just do massive damage. We have Dash and Strike with Way of the Falling Star. This will basically allow us to get increased movement speed and also help us to jump around the rift, because when you're doing Greater Rifts and then you're against that timer, you want to try and get through and get to your packs and get them detonated as quick as you can. We then have Epiphany with Desert Shroud. That actually increase our spirit regen and cause us to dash to targets for 15 seconds, and actually reduces the damage taken as well, which is quite cool. And what we need for our survivability. We then have Mantra of Conviction with Annihilation. that actually causes nearby enemies to take increased damage with the passive effect and gives us a damage spike for short duration when we actually activate it. She comes in handy because it also gives us increased movement speed when we kill stuff. So again, very fast build, very damaging. And of course our detonating ability there, sustained attack, actually makes us immune and strike enemies as well. And that also detonates the Exploding Palm as per the Uliana's bonus. So passive skills wise, we have Harmony, which actually gives us 40% resistance to all elements rather than a single element resistance. Beacon of Eta, which again reduces our coolness by 20%, which comes in handy again for the entire 1-2 punch combo of Exploding Palm 7-sided. Fleet-footed gives us the 10% movement speed increase, and again, that should just make sure that we are in and out that rift as quickly as possible. And Mythic Rhythm, which actually causes every third hit from a spirit generator to increase the next damage of the spirit summoner by 40%. So basically, every third hit, not only are we playing Exploding Palm with our Way of the 100 Fists, we're also making our 7-sided strike that much more devastating. It's always good to have. So then guys, that's my rundown of what I have at the moment. As I've said, it's not the optimal gear set. There are a couple of pieces I still need. You can see the optimal gear set on the Isovane's website, which I'll put a link to, which basically gives you the full breakdown of the Uliana's build. And it'll also give you a breakdown of the stats that you require on each piece of gear to actually do the optimal bonus on them. Of course, if you're pushing for the higher rift levels, you're looking for ancient or primal ancient versions of this gear, just to make sure you've got the best. And then you're also going to be looking to augment the gear later on to make sure you push for those higher and higher rifts. I haven't done any augmenting yet, purely because none of the gear I've got at the moment is going to be the stuff I'm keeping. Like, I'm going to make sure I get ancient or primal ancient on this stuff before I look at augmenting it. But this is enough to actually get the progression done where it is right now. So I'm going to show you guys the Greater Rift 60 clear that I did with this character. You might notice that his gear is damaged. I kind of forgot to repair it before I did the run, so that put a little bit more pressure on myself, but as you've seen in the run, it didn't do too badly. So I shall see you guys when it returns. And here guys, here we are going into the Rift, and I'm showing you how to play the Uliana Monk build. So you can see what I did there was basically grabbed a group of enemies together using the S of your hand to basically drag them all in and then detonate them. We'll do it again with this group now, so a couple of punches explode. There we are. Here's another group. There we are. Just apply the Exploding Palm to them and then detonate. So you can see it's working well with the small groups here. S occasionally pulling guys in and then causing the massive explosions. And the big detonation there. The good thing is, actually, even if you take a bit of a battering, the health actually continues to replenish itself after you cause the explosion, which is quite cool. So we work into a group here. I apply Exploding Palm, move away, and then use 7-sided strike and actually cause the group to detonate off screen because I managed to hit one of them over there. It's quite cool. Take that group out and finish these guys off, and then proceed to go back down to collect the orbs from that group. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of movement, just trying to keep going to keep the time going as it should. Dodge these spiders here, another big pack, and then detonate them. I like these particular floors because like, these sort of enemies are fairly easy to kill. And when you have lots of easy to kill enemies, it's a lot better when trying to get through the actual floor. With a smack there. Basically just trying to find elite mobs at this point, because the orbs, like just killing the things will help, but the orbs will actually help get the bar filled quicker and get the Rift Guardian in to get us a better time. Another smack there. A pack of them. If the detonation spreads and takes more of the guys out the back. So you don't necessarily need to have the S to do this. Like get the challenging pylon. Start focusing on the elite pack here. Kills them. Again, because the channeling pylon's active and dash and strike doesn't have a cooldown, so you'll just jump around. Just continuing to go through. Into this pack here. I say lots of smaller packs here, so it's just like grabbing them, and like in this case, it's only like a couple of trash mobs, and then the rest of us are champion packs. So just kill those guys, grab them. Get the trash guys. Use the healing potion, seeing as it wasn't really going to be killing enough to get the replenishment. Take these guys out. Collect the health globes. And just keep running past those guys and we come into the 3rd floor. Ah, now this is the type of floor you want. You can see lots of monsters there which cause the huge explosions. Lots of flies and spiders that come in large packs and are able to spread detonations over a long distance. So there we go again, another kaboom. Just keep spreading your way through. There we are, another one, another group there. Kaboom. The rare elite mob is a bit damaged there. There we can kill him. Collect those orbs up. Keep moving. Wasps are a problem because the wasps that they fire out are actually a lot more damaging than you'd expect. And in some rifts with some builds, dealing with a large number of wasps can be a pain. You're just going to make sure you can get through and kill them quickly and just move on. So let's take them out again. Coming close to the end of the rift now in terms of this, because we're killing things at a decent pace. Plenty of time left on the clock, as you can see. I get a power pile on there, and if we go for the champion pack, kill them, and that'll summon the Rift Guardian. Just charge in on the Infernal Maiden, just 7-sided strike, she need to be dead. Now we can hit another one, and that's it. Fair bit of loot there. Just gather all of it up. Talk to Urshi and upgrade our Gorgok a little bit. Because it's an empowered rift, we actually got another extra basically charge from that as well, so just upgrade a bit more than we would normally. There we are. Gorgok now at rank 45.
I need to go back.
Head back to town and turn in the Rift to Auric, and that is basically a rank 60 Greater Rift done super fast. Hope you enjoyed. So then guys, that was the Greater Rift 60 run. As I said, I did put a bit of pressure on myself by not repairing my gear, but in the long run it all worked out fine. We got through in a quick time, which meant lots of loot and chance to upgrade our gem, which is always the most important thing. So then guys, I'm going to cut the video there. Hope you liked it. If you did, feel free to click the like button. If you want to see some more of my Diablo 3 content, or if you have any suggestions that you want to see, click the subscribe button, click the bell icon to make sure that you get all notifications of when my videos come out. And any suggestions you have, just drop them in the comments box. Like, what Diablo 3 videos do you want to see? Do you want me to try some other builds? Do you want me to go for some tougher rifts? Just let me know. I'll gladly put them up for you. My name's been Carl. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I shall see you on the next video. Take care and ta-ta.
Oh my God!